you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and this is Pointless, the quiz show where the lower the score, the better the odds of winning. Let's meet today's players. Welcome, Richard and Mark. You are our first pair on the show. How do you two know each other?
We're brothers-in-law. We married two sisters.
Married two sisters. How long have you been brothers-in-law for?
Well, he married the first one about 20 years ago, but I've only been married for 2 years. But we've known each other for about 30 years. We used to work down the market together.
What were you selling there?
I sold fruit and veg. Richard works in a jewellery store.
Who had the better patter?
Well, me probably, because he was in the jewellers. I was 2 wheels in the gutter, he was in the wall.
Oh, he was in the wall. Very good. Very best of luck to you on the show today. And welcome to Katie and Rachel. How do you two know each other?
We used to work together. We've known each other for about 4 years.
And where are you from?
Swansea.
Yeah, I thought that was the accent. Very, very good indeed. And what do you do, Katie?
I work for a charity, Marie Curie Cancer Care, as a fundraiser.
Excellent charity.
It is.
Very well done. How about you, Rachel?
I work for an insurance company.
Not such a good company. No, what am I talking about? Good for insurance companies, for heaven's sake. Where would we all be without ripping them off? And welcome back to Dorian and James. You were on the show last time. We gave everyone 2 shots at the Pointless final, of course. This is your second chance. Remind us how you did.
Well, we had a belter of a run, and then we kind of hit a television brick wall, as it were.
You hit a television brick wall, as it were. Let me just try and remember what this brick wall on television was. It was that brick wall of television. I see what you mean.
Yes. Out of our league and out of our time.
Out of your league, out of your time. Still in your hat and coat, though. I'm pleased to see that. Good. Very good indeed. What are you hoping we're going to have this afternoon? What's going to...
Language and science, please.
James, how about you?
That'll do me. A sport wouldn't hurt either.
Sport wouldn't hurt. Language and science. Well, you cover all the bases there. Very best of luck. And finally, Tammy and John, welcome to the show. How do you two know each other?
We used to work together about 7 years ago, and we've been together ever since. We live together in Leigh-on-Sea with 2 tortoises.
With 2 tortoises? What are they called, your tortoises?
Bill and Ted.
Excellent. Well, best of luck to you. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show. There's just one more person for me to introduce. He's the man who's just 1 click away from obscurity. He's my pointless friend. He's Richard.
Hello.
You are 1 click away, my friend.
My friend from obscurity. We've got a great show today. We've only got 1 returning pair, but what a returning pair. Dorian and James. We got through the head-to-head last time, but no science, no language, no sport, boys. I'm so sorry. Animals, any good to you?
Yeah, I could live with that.
It's more Tammy and John speed, animals. But it's animals, but not tortoises, I'm afraid.
OK, well, thanks very much, Richard. We've put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless, obviously, so we are after the obscure answers that they didn't get. To stay in the game with a chance to win our jackpot, all our players need to do is find those obscure answers and score as few points as they possibly can. But what everyone's looking to do, of course, is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, if it happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, Joe and Helen won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. OK, let's play Pointless. Right, in the first round, each of you must give me 1 answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so make sure it's not you. OK, our first category this afternoon is animals. Animals. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many breeds of cat as they could. Breeds of cat. Richard.
Yeah, I know we've got 3 new pairs, so I'll try and go through this in as much detail as I can. Essentially, in this round, all the correct answers are breeds of cat.
Right. Richard and Mark, you all drew lots before the show. You get to go first this afternoon. So in this round, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers on the board in each pass. The first set of 7 answers reads like this. British Shorthair, Siamese, Abyssinian, Norwegian Blue, Burmese, American Curl, Japanese Bobtail. Let's read those one more time. British Shorthair, Siamese, Abyssinian, Norwegian Blue, Burmese, American Curl, Japanese Bobtail. Now, I can tell you at least one of those answers is pointless. At least one of those answers is incorrect. Pick an incorrect one and you will score the maximum of 100 points. Now, Mark, as always, the most obscure answer will score you the lowest points, so be careful not to pick an incorrect one. What's that board looking like, Mark?
There's one on there I definitely know, but I know it's going to be high, so I don't know whether to take a chance or go for the one I know. I'll go for Abyssinian.
Abyssinian, is that a punt?
Yeah.
Abyssinian. Sounds like a cat. OK, Abyssinian. Let's see if it's a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Abyssinian. It's right, Mark. Very good start. Down it goes. Look at that. 8. Cracking score, Mark. 8 for Abyssinian, Richard.
Yeah, very good score, Mark. Very good start to the show. And the Abyssinian cat is it's medium in size and regal in appearance, like the Queen, say.
Regal in appearance?
Yeah.
Like, if you lined up 10 cats, would you be able to point out the ones that were regal and the ones that weren't?
Yeah. The one with the crown is the regal one. The other ones are not.
OK.
It's quite simple.
No, I know you
The
put it like that.
one's waving its paw out of the window like that. That's the regal one.
No, I know. Now you put it like that. Sorry, I see that was a stupid question. Yeah. Good. Thank you for clearing that up. Good score, Mark. We are looking for breeds of cat. Rachel, you know your cats. Don't you?
No.
Really?
Katie's the cat person.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. That's good. All is not lost. Do you know any of these behind me?
One.
Obviously, as Mark says, there's one there which everyone knows.
I'm not going to go for that one.
Do you fancy taking a punt?
Yeah, I'm thinking... I'm really sorry. Norwegian Blue.
Norwegian Blue.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Oh, no. I'm afraid Norwegian Blue is an incorrect answer, which means it scores you the maximum of 100 points. Richard, Norwegian Blue.
Yeah, Norwegian Blue is the species of parrot in Monty Python's Dead Parrot sketch. The Norwegian Blue.
Ah, yes. Bad luck, Rachel. Bad luck. Now, James, we are looking for breeds of cat. You know your cats.
No, not really.
Well, I tell you what.
I'm going to play safe and say from Lady and the Tramp, Siamese.
Dorian's giving nothing away. I can't tell if he's burning with fury or ecstatic with that answer, but you're saying Siamese. Let's see if Siamese is correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Siamese. Well, it's right. 71, if you please. Siamese.
Yeah, Siamese, very well known. They've got a very distinctive triangular face and blue eyes, so it's a big score.
No crown.
The Siamese?
Yeah.
No, so it's a republic.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. OK, Tammy.
I'm actually allergic to cats.
Oh,
so...
for heaven's sake, this is just it's the worst lot of contestants for cats. Honestly, someone is going to be a cat person.
I'm a cat person.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you are. I said
cats.
Someone just happens not to be one of the contestants.
I mean, I like cats. I don't mean I'm half man, half cat.
Cat person.
This bit, that's why you never see my legs. There's 4 of them.
OK. We are looking for breeds of cat, Tammy.
There's definitely one there I think is one I think would be quite popular.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for Japanese Bobtail.
What do you think a Japanese bobtail cat looks like, Tammy?
I reckon it's got a bobtail.
And it's regal and feline. Right, OK, Japanese bobtail is what you're saying. Let's see if it's correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Japanese bobtail. It's right, Tammy. This could go a long way down. It does! Look at that! Well done, you! That's pointless. That adds £250 to today's jackpot. Takes the total up to 1,250, and it scores you nothing, most importantly. Richard.
Yeah, well done, Tammy. Not only is it a right answer, you're absolutely right. It does have a bobbed tail. It's extraordinary. They've got their tails are like human fingerprints. No 2 tails are the same. Apparently. Makes it very easy for the Japanese cat police. They discovered that. You see them dusting for tails all the time. Let's take a look at the rest of the board. Let's fill it in. Burmese, of course, is a cat, would have scored you 21 points. The British short hair, all sorts of breeds fall within that. That's 8 points. And do you think American curl is a real cat?
Yeah, why not?
It's not the follow-up to American boy. American curl is indeed a real cat. Would have scored you 1 point. So very well done if you got that.
Very good indeed. OK, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scoreboard as it stands. Wow. Well, we cover all the bases there. Everything from Tammy and John on a very impressive low score of nothing, right there up to Katie and Rachel, I'm afraid, with a massive score of 100. You're not that far out in front, though, Rachel, because James and Dorian are on 71, but Richard and Mark looking great. Lovely score there from Mark. Not too much for you to have to do, Richard, to see yourselves through to the next round. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more answers on the board. We are looking for breeds of cat, and here they are. We have Manx, we have Bastet, we have Cornish Rex, Munchkin, Ragdoll, Oriental, Fire-bellied, Persian. I'll read them again. Manx, Bastet, Cornish Rex, Munchkin, Ragdoll, Oriental, Fire-bellied, Persian. Again, I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless. At least one of those answers is incorrect, so be careful. Try and aim for the pointless one, not the wrong one. Now then, John. Well, are you allergic to cats?
No.
Well,
no,
Tammy, isn't she scored a pointless?
Yeah, I know. Well, she's taken the pressure off me a little bit.
She has. She's scored nothing. I'll tell you what, you have to score 99 or less. That's all you have to score, thanks to Tammy.
I'm going to go for, I think is an obvious answer, the only one I recognise. I believe it says Persian down there, doesn't it?
There we are, Persian. There's your red line, just below the pink line. If you come below the red line, you're definitely through to the next round. Let's see if Persian's right. And let's see how many people said it. Persian. Right, it's good enough. 65, that scores you, gives you a total of 65.
Yeah, very well done. Through to the next round. The Persian cats, they mainly have long, silky coats, a little like Dorian. A little bit. The Persian cat in the hat.
I don't think that'll catch on. There's a nickname.
The Persian cat in the hat. Let's keep calling you it for the rest of the show and see if it catches on.
OK.
Very good score. Persian cat in the hat. See, it's going to catch on? Not really sure. Dorian.
Well...
You're on 71. You have to score 28 or less. 28 or less, just to make it clear.
The problem is I'm not a cat person either. I'm a dog person.
Oh, I've never come across a more useless cat-orientated bunch of contestants. OK, Dorian. We are looking for breeds of cat. What are you going to choose?
I only actually recognise one up there. I'm sure everyone else does too. But I'm gonna have to guess. I don't really have much choice here. Well, OK. I'm going to go for Ragdoll.
You're going to go for Ragdoll. There's your red line. If you come below that red line, you are through to the next round. Dorian says Ragdoll. Is it correct? And if it is, how many people said it? Ragdoll. It's right. No one more surprised than James. You're through to the next round. Very well played, Dorian. Ragdoll scores you 14, gives you a total of 85. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Dorian. The Ragdoll originated in the USA, but it's a very laid-back, undemanding and relaxed cat, the Ragdoll.
Very good. OK, now, Katie, you are on 100. I'm afraid Rachel picked the incorrect answer on the previous board. Do you know anything about cats? Yes, you do. Rachel said you did.
I've got 2 cats. And I'm actually really gutted because I was going to pick the answer that Dorian picked because my friend's actually got a ragdoll cat.
Wow.
So I'm a bit stuck now. I think maybe I ought to take a chance if I need to get a low
Yeah, I think you're going to have
answer.
to take a chance.
OK, I'm going to go with Cornish Rex.
Cornish Rex. There it is, third on the board. No red line for you, obviously. You've just got to hope to score as little as you possibly can. Let's see if Cornish Rex is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Cornish Rex. It's right. Not not a bad answer at all. Scores you 3, takes your total up to 103. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, Katie. You've kept yourself in with a chance. The Cornish Rex has been recognised as a breed since 1967. It actually turned into a breed by spontaneous natural mutation amongst Cornish non-pedigree cats in the 1950s.
God, and there we were thinking the 50s was a really boring decade, honestly. Thank you very much for that, Richard. Richard, we are looking for breeds of cat.
Yes.
Your score is 8. If you can score 94 or less with this answer, 94 or less, you are through to the next round. It's between you and Katie and Rachel. They're going to be watching everything you say.
Yeah, great. OK, I don't know any of those. I think the one that possibly could be a cat is a Manx. A Manx?
A Manx.
I've got a feeling it might be one of those ones without any fur on, just pure skin.
Oh, those are weird cats.
Yeah, I hope I'm right.
Well, let's have a look. There's your red line. Come below that red line, you're through to the next round. Let's see if Manx cat can take you down there. Is it right? And if so, how many people said it? Manx cat. It's right, you're through. Go on, baby. Go on, baby. 31. Not a bad score. That takes your total up to 39. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, Richard. Yeah, the Manx cat originates on the Isle of Man. It does have fur, but it often lacks a tail, the Manx cat. Let's take a look through the rest of the answers. Now, all of these are either pointless or incorrect. I'll tell you now, there is one pointless answer up there. What do you think it is?
Bastet.
The Bastet is an Egyptian cat goddess, so it was an incorrect answer. Would have scored 100 points.
Don't tell me that Munchkin is a cat.
Munchkin is a cat.
No.
Yeah, it's a pointless answer. So, Oriental Fire Bellied, it's a Chinese toad. So if someone's just sold you one of those in a pet shop, you save a bit of money on cat litter.
Yeah. OK, thanks very much, Richard. At the end of round 1, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, is Katie and Rachel. What would you have liked to have seen come up?
Breeds of dog.
Breeds of dog.
Yeah.
What have you learned? You'll be coming back. What have you learned? What are you going to take away from this pointless episode?
Take a chance.
Yeah.
Yes, take a chance.
Go with the first thought that comes to my head. Because I actually thought of what Tammy said, and then I thought, no, actually, I'll go with Norwegian blue.
Norwegian blue. Oh, well. Well, you helped everyone else out by picking it, because I'm sure someone else would have picked it if you hadn't. Anyway, we'll see you again next time. Everyone, of course, gets 2 shots at the pointless final, and this is only your first one, so I hope next time we have you here, you'll be here a little bit longer. But thanks so much for playing. Great contestants. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. It's now time to find out which 2 teams will be going through to the head-to-head for the chance to reach the pointless final and to play for that jackpot. The category for round 2 is military history. Military history. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And the question is, famous battles and their countries. Famous battles and their countries. In this round, we're about to show you the names of some famous battles. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to tell us the modern-day country in which they occurred. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to give you the names of 6 battles on each pass. The more obscure the battle, the fewer points you're going to score. If you give us an incorrect answer, you'll score 100 points. And see how many of them you can get at home.
OK, here are the first 6. Your first 6 battles read like this. Battle of Rorke's Drift, Battle of Little Bighorn, Battle of Waterloo, Battle of Blenheim, Battle of Heartbreak Ridge, Battle of Hastings. Let me do all those again for you. Battle of Rorke's Drift, Battle of Little Bighorn, Battle of Waterloo, Battle of Blenheim, Battle of Heartbreak Ridge, Battle of Hastings. So, Richard, we are looking for the countries in which these battles took place, and you're going to find a nice, obscure one.
No, I'm not. OK, I'm going to keep it simple.
OK.
I'm going to go for Battle of Hastings, I'm afraid, and rely on Mark.
Where do you think the Battle of Hastings is?
Hopefully in England.
In England. OK, Battle of Hastings in England, you're saying. Do you think this will score you less than 100 points?
Just.
OK, well, let's hope it does. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that the Battle of Hastings took place in England. Well, that's 8 better than an incorrect answer. 92 points that scores you. Richard?
It does rather beg the question of where those 8 people thought it took place, though. But, yeah, between obviously the Normans and the English in Senlac Hill near Hastings.
OK, very good. Dorian?
Yes.
There are 5 battles up there left for you to think about.
Usually I can infer something from the name, given that just because I'd assume it's named after the sort of a region close to where it took place in the sort of local language. OK, I'm going to try Battle of Little Bighorn. I think it took place in America, or North America.
Battle of Little Bighorn, America. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. It's right. 74. Battle of Little Bighorn.
Yeah, another big score, often referred to as Custer's Last Stand as well, but named after the Little Bighorn River in southern Montana.
Very good. OK, so Tammy.
That's the one I was going to go for.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm going to go Battle of Waterloo. That's the only one that sounds familiar. I'm going to say in France.
OK, good. Not just south of the Thames. Right, OK. In France. France is south of the Thames, of course, strictly speaking.
That's wrong.
France. OK, let's see if Waterloo is indeed in France. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Bad luck, Tammy. Unfortunately, that is an incorrect answer, which means you scored a maximum of 100 points. Phew, Richard.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, the Battle of Waterloo is next door to France in Belgium.
Oh, see, I was close.
You know what? You were very close. Yeah, just a little bit out. There's a huge battle about who liked ABBA best. We loved them. Let's take a look at the rest of them. Alexander would enjoy trying to fill some of these in. So, Battle of Waterloo, we just heard there was Belgium has scored you 32 points. Battle of Rorke's Drift.
I do know that one. That's South Africa.
That's South Africa, yeah, in the Anglo-Zulu War. Battle of Blenheim.
I was going to say it's Prussia, but that obviously doesn't exist.
Sort of Prussia.
Germany?
Germany, exactly right. Yeah, it was
Germany.
Part of the Wars of Spanish Succession. It would have scored you 7 points. And the Battle of Heartbreak Ridge.
I don't know.
It was during the Korean War. Would have scored you 0 points. It was a pointless answer. Very well done if you got that at home.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. We're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Well, Richard and Mark were looking quite dangerously out in front there until Tammy rode into their rescue there with Waterloo, and she took the high score of 100 there. Dorian and James, 74, a high score, but you are our lowest scorers. Keep up that kind of low scoring, James, and you should be safely through to the head-to-head. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more famous battles on the board, and here they are. We've got Battle of Agincourt, Battle of Marathon, Battle of Naseby, Battle of the Boyne, Battle of Talavera, Battle of Bannockburn. Just read those again. Battle of Agincourt, Battle of Marathon, Battle of Naseby, Battle of the Boyne, Battle of Talavera, Battle of Bannockburn. Now, remember, we are looking for the countries in which these battles took place, and you're going to try and find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. So then, John, your task here is to score as low as you possibly can. See if you can save yourselves for the next round.
Yeah, well, she did very well in the last round, so I suppose it's over to me this time.
Oh, yes.
I know a few of these, but obviously it's trying to keep it low. Right, OK, well, it's a bit of a toss-up, but I'm going to go for Marathon, which I believe is Greece. Marathon,
Greece.
Yeah.
Could be a very good answer. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Marathon, Greece. It's right. Not a bad answer at all there, John. Marathon scores you 34, takes your total up to 134.
Yeah, Battle of Marathon, 490 BC. It was the start of the Persian Wars.
James, you are on 74. If you can score 59 or less with this answer, you are through to the next round. How good's your military history, James?
I know two or three of those. I'm not sure about one of them. I'm going to go for But I actually crossed the River Boyne a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to go with Battle of the Boyne, Ireland.
Ireland. OK, Ireland, you are saying. There is your red line. If Battle of the Boyne gets you below that red line, you're through to the head-to-head. Let's see if it's right. Ireland, Battle of the Boyne. If it is, let's see how many people said it. It is correct. There you are, well done. Very good, 36. Battle of the Boyne. Takes your total up to 110.
Yeah, well played, James, and it was named after the River Boyne as well. It's the decisive battle in the War of English Succession.
Now then, Mark. Now then, you are on 92. If you can score 41 or less with this answer, 41 or less. Battle of the Boyne, 36. Battle of Marathon, 34. Something around about that kind of level. How's that looking to you?
I know where three of them are. There's only one I don't know, but it's just which one's going to be the lowest out of the three I do know. I'm going to go to Naseby, and not many people have heard of it. It was in the English Civil War, so I'm going to go England.
Naseby, English Civil War, an English battle. OK, here's your red line. If Naseby gets you below that red line, Mark, you are in the head-to-head. Good luck. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, how many people knew that Naseby was in England? It's right. Bad luck, Mark. That scores you 50, taking your total up to 142. Richard.
Yeah, it's unlucky, Mark. You were sunk by that 92 there. It was in the English Civil War in 1645. Let's look at the rest of this board and its answers. So the Battle of Bannockburn. Let's start with
Scotland.
Tis Scotland. Yeah, would have scored you a fairly hefty 67 points. Battle of Agincourt.
France.
France, exactly. Again, it's a big score at 64. And the one that everyone's been looking for, the Battle of Talavera.
Spain.
It is in Spain, yeah, it's absolutely right. And would have scored you 7 points. Well done if you got that at home.
OK, thanks, Richard. So at the end of round two, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm sorry to say it's Richard and Mark. Bad luck. Yes, it was that Battle of Hastings, I'm afraid, Richard. Good answer, right answer.
Correct answer.
Probably the most famous battle, I should think. Yeah. What are your wives going to make of your performance?
They'll all pick on me.
Will they?
Yeah. His wife, my wife, him. I'm in for it.
That's it, Richard.
Yeah, I've got to redeem myself next time.
You've got a battle of your own on your hands there. Well, it's been fabulous having you on the show. I'm sorry we haven't had you for a little bit longer, but we do get to see you next time. Everyone gets 2 shots to make their way through to the Pointless final. And next time, I hope you'll be with us a little bit longer. But thanks so much for playing, guys. Thank you. For the remaining 2 pairs, though, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, we've already said goodbye to 2 teams. Now it's time to find out which of our remaining pairs will be playing for today's jackpot, which currently stands at £1,250. OK, you are going head-to-head on up to 3 questions. You are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the opposing pair to win that point. The first team to win 2 points will be going through to the final to play for today's jackpot. OK, let's play Pointless. Here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many taste sensations as they could. Taste sensation. Richard.
Yes, our taste buds are generally recognised to distinguish 5 different taste groups. We need the most obscure of those 5.
OK, Dorian and James, because you have played the best throughout the show so far, you get to go first.
Right. We certainly name them, but you name them. OK. Fine, we'll go for that.
If you can't think of any of those.
OK, fine. Go for that.
Going to go for bitter.
You're going to go for bitter. OK, Tammy and John.
Well, there's sweet, isn't there? Sour, salty, bitter. What's the 5th one?
Is salty one?
What? Might be.
It might be a sensation to you, but it might not be.
Yeah.
Did you say sour, did you?
Sour? Yeah.
They said bitter, didn't they?
Yeah.
So let's just go with sour.
All right, we'll go with sour.
You're going to go with sour and hope that it is different from bitter. OK. Dorian and James went with bitter. Let's see if that's correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said bitter. It's right. 41. that a good score, 41?
Could go either way still.
Who knows?
I'm not convinced.
Well, we might be
You're
right
not
then.
convinced. Tammy and John have gone for sour. Let's see if that is correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said sour. That's right. Wow, sour and bitter. Who'd have thought? After one question, Dorian and James are 1-0 up. Richard.
Yeah, I think people instantly think of sweet and sour, don't they, and name those. But, John, you really should listen to Tammy more often. The four she rattled through were absolutely perfect. Salty, not only as a taste, it would have beaten the boys as well. Let's take a look at all of them. The best answer you could have given, the most recent of the tastes, is umami, which would have scored you 10 points. Umami is a sort of a basic type of savoury. It's a way of detecting certain salts in things. Salty would have scored you 38, would have won you the point. There's bitter on 41, sour 82, and sweet right at the top there on 92.
OK, after the first question, it is 1-0 to Dorian and James. You are 1-0 up. Tammy and John, you have to win this next point to stay in the game. Dorian and James win this next point. You are through to the final. OK, here is the second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many of my favourite things from The Sound of Music as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the things that the character Maria lists as her favourite things in that song from The Sound of Music. There are 14 different items she lists as her favourite things. See how many of them you can get at home.
OK, Tammy and John, your turn to go first this time.
I don't know any.
Okay.
So, do you know some? Do you know some?
Yeah, I do, but I've got to try and think of the song. I think that's from the current song.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's a rip-off, is it?
Yeah.
Is it not the same? Oh.
I'm going to have to start hurrying you.
I can't think.
You've not got anything at all? If you haven't got any at all, we'll just pick one of
go
those.
with that then.
OK, I need an answer.
Yeah.
We're going to go with diamonds.
Diamonds.
We haven't got a clue, but we think it's
OK, Tammy and John say diamonds.
I thought it was diamond rings, but...
Well, OK, well, it's...
Don't sing it, but...
OK.
Now, James, ignore him. Sing it.
Are you sure?
Please. I will be so upset if you don't.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favourite things.
That is just brilliant. That was nothing short of beautiful, James.
Go for it.
Bright copper kettles.
Bright copper kettles.
We need to be that specific, or can we be a little bit less specific?
No, that's just fine. Okay. Bright copper kettles is good. So, Tammy and John answered first. You were worried that that might be a different version of the song that you were thinking of. Yeah. A kind of rap bling version of the songs. OK, well, let's see. Diamonds we have as our first answer. Let's see if it's correct for you to stay in the show. Diamonds. Is it correct? And if it is, did anyone say it? Bright copper kettles, said Dorian and James. This merely has to be correct. I think we know it might be. Bright copper kettles. Let's see if it is correct. It is. You're through to the final, Dorian and James. Wow. And how? I have to say that was richly deserved. That was a fantastic performance in every sense. Richard.
Yeah, there were, as I say, there are 14 things. There's actually a pointless answer here as well. Very well done if you said silver white winters that melt into springs. That was a pointless answer. She wanted cream-coloured ponies. She'd be a nightmare girlfriend, wouldn't she, Maria? Imagine that. Girls in white dresses scored 4, doorbells 5, sleigh bells 6, wild geese, that's a 6, snowflakes 8, schnitzel with noodles.
Come on now.
That's 8. If that's what she wants, Alexander, that's easy. It's not what I'd order. Crisp apple strudels, 8. Bright copper kettles, of course, 11. Brown paper packages with 17. Warm woolen mittens and whiskers on kittens both scored 23. And raindrops on roses was the biggest answer of all with 33.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid, it's Tammy and John. Who's going to take the blame?
John.
My fault. My fault. Well, you know, should have got salty, shouldn't we, in the last round? So now that's a get out of jail.
There you are, exactly. Who's watching at home? Who's going to be shouting at the television?
People at work.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Mum, dad, brother, sister.
Ah, well, I tell you what, you can come back next time and dazzle us all the way through to the final next time. Nothing less. Thanks so much for playing. You've been great contestants. Thank you very much. But for Dorian and James, it's now time for our pointless final and the chance to win £1,250. So, congratulations, Dorian and James. You've seen off the competition. You will be going home with our pointless trophy. Very well done. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. At the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,250. The rules are very simple. All you need to win that money is to find a pointless answer that no one else could think of. Now, we've had one pointless answer on the show today. You just need to find one more now, and you will go home with that money. First, though, you've got to choose a category from these three options, and you can go for golf, classical music, or US politics. Golf, classical music, US politics.
OK.
What do you think?
Assuming it's presidents, how good are you on presidents?
Reasonably, actually.
Well, if you think you can handle US politics and you know some presidents or politicians,
it could be a number of things, some of which I'm very good at, some of which I'm very bad at.
I think with classical music, I can name lots of composers, but it depends if they're a certain era or...
We'll go with golf, I think. Sorry.
Really?
Okay.
It's a joint decision.
Yeah, OK, sorry.
I'm not married, you know.
OK, it's up to you, but I think I'm good at...
To be honest, I can't help much with golf.
OK, you want us to go for politics?
I think it's best.
We'll go for US politics, then.
Oh, you two are brilliant. Do you want to talk about it some more? Or are we going to... No, we're going to go with US politics. OK, US politics. Let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many US vice presidents who became president as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for anyone who served as vice president and then become president of the United States of America since the office was formed in 1789.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that £1,250 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
OK, well, I can help with one. John Adams. He
Yes.
was vice president under Washington.
John Adams one. OK. Any other early presidents that might be low that you know of? I don't know any names.
James
Polk.
Polk
Martin
was
Van
vice
Buren.
president, was he? OK.
I don't know if he was, but I'm just naming presidents.
OK, well, Polk I was thinking of as well.
OK. Martin Van Buren.
I've never heard of him. That's probably good.
Grover Cleveland.
Never heard.
I'm not saying they were vice president. You could go a bit further back in time and go for someone like...
Some of the early ones are very obscure. Well, there were a couple who were assassinated. One's very...
I can't think, sorry. McKinley.
That's a possibility.
Is it William McKinley? I'm not sure.
Well, if you don't know the first name, it's not risky at the moment.
OK.
All the other ones I can think of are too modern. They'd be too well known. We should do ones close to the formation. Yeah, go for those.
OK, there is your minute gone. Let's have 3 answers. We're looking for US vice presidents who became president.
Yeah. John Adams.
John Adams.
James?
Yes.
James Polk.
James Polk.
James Polk.
Martin Van Buren.
Martin Van Buren. OK, let's put those up. John Adams, James Polk, and Martin Van Buren. OK, we were looking for US vice presidents who became president. You only need one of these to be pointless. Only one of them to win that £1,250. OK, so let's see. How many people said John Adams? Is it a correct answer? It's correct. You knew it was correct, but it has to go all the way down to the bottom and score 0 for you to win that jackpot. £1,250. Oh! Only 2 people said John Adams, so unfortunately that is not a pointless answer. How come your knowledge is so good on presidents?
I was in the American educational system for 2 years, so I learned about...
It was drummed into you?
No, it wasn't drummed into me. I just picked it up out of interest, really, actually, because I'd missed all the American president stuff, but I just picked it up.
You've already said John Adams. Only 2 people said that. You have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. James Polk. Let us see if it's a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. James Polk. This has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. Sadly, James Polk is an incorrect answer, therefore not pointless. Only one more answer. Martin Van Buren. You confident?
Well, I'd never heard of him, so I can't say one or the other.
Well, it looks great, then. That means if he's correct, he might go all the way down. Are you sure he was a vice president?
No, not at all.
It's just a name?
It's just a president that would be obscure, if that makes sense. Mm.
OK, we're looking for US vice presidents who became president. This has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £1,250. Martin Van Buren, there he is. Let's see if it's correct. Let's just see if it's correct.
Yes.
If it's correct,
I think
we can have high hopes for Martin. OK, Martin Van Buren, good luck. This for £1,250. It's correct! Martin Van Buren.
Come on.
Let's see how far down he goes.
Please,
This has to go all the way down to 0 for you to win that jackpot of £1,250. Down it goes. Yes! Very, very well done. Brilliant. Oh, thank you. Pretty good. Oh, that's what you look like.
It's on backwards.
Oh, it's on backwards, but there you are. Wow, nice hat.
Thank you very much.
Nice answer. Well done. That's absolutely superb. Brilliant, brilliant answer. Oh, congratulations. You managed to find that all-important pointless answer. James, that was brilliant. Martin Van Buren, you see? Dorian, what were you going to do with your share of the booty?
Buy a beautiful top hat, I think.
A beautiful top hat.
Add to my increasing debt, which that unfortunately won't repay in total. Too many luxuries, I think.
Well, I think you deserve it after that. I think you deserve all the luxuries you can lay your hands on. That was an absolutely wonderful, wonderful answer. You go home with our jackpot of £1,250. Well done.
I want to say thank you to Isabel, who in secondary school made me watch The Sound of Music.
Very good. I want to thank you for singing The Sound of Music. I mean, if that didn't deserve the jackpot, nothing did. Richard.
Yeah, very good answer, James. Very well done. Martin Van Buren was the 8th president of the United States, so he was one of the very early ones, and he was Andrew Jackson's vice president. So brilliant. You won the jackpot, and as Alexander said, I'd pay you that money just to sing the song again. I wouldn't, of course. But very well done. You've been wonderful fun and really, really great contestants.
Very good indeed. Well, thanks once again to our winning contestants, Dorian and James, who go away with today's jackpot of £1,250. Well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.